Love to see the light come on, the light bulb come on for students. I love to be able to apply what we're learning. I appreciate when it's the student who doesn't care for this subject. I teach Algebra 2 Trig, who ends up saying, I get it, I understand. With an approximate 2.9 million cut taken from the state.
There's a couple of things that are happening which are sad to me that have translated into an increased demand for what we do.
I actually saw them on TV again last night, and they are closing several of their elementary schools, and they're moving 8th grade to the high schools.
Arts are critically important to their development. Schools are also cutting back on after-school activities and out-of-school activities.
Has to learn all these new technology stuff, and I think it's almost getting harder to be a teacher. There's more work than there used to be.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I remember the year I had to transition into knowing the smartboard.
Kids involved in positive, enriching arts activities and away from the challenges that kids face every day.
This was probably a good 15 years ago, and I had a student, I taught 8th grade over at the middle school, and I had a student who struggled all year long. But the one thing I knew about this student is he was amazing with mental math. He did not want to do homework, he didn't want to participate, and he was suspended from school, and he could not attend the last 3 days of school. And in those last 3 days of school, I was saddened by that. I thought, we're not going to have the day to say goodbye. And so one night in those last 3 days, I sat down and I wrote the student a letter. I really never saw him again until about 5 or 6 years later. I was in a bookstore, and I'm in the store, and all of a sudden this gentleman comes walking in, and he said, "Mrs. Marlowe," and I turned and I said, "Josh," I said, "what are you doing nowadays? You look good." And so he said, "You know what, Mrs. Marlowe, things are going well." About his job, a really nice job that he had turned things around. I was almost in tears as he's telling me the story. And so we mingled a little bit more, and then he took out his wallet. And as I had said that, I thought that he was going to show me his child. I just, for some reason, because it flew, or it was flying with what I was talking about. So introducing my children, and he pulled out the letter.
Taylor has been coming to Rainey since she was a little girl, and Taylor's now in 6th grade. She auditioned and was accepted at the School of the Arts, and she has participated in just about all of our programs, and those programs have increased her self-confidence, her academic ability, and her artistic ability. It enabled her to get to the Cleveland School of the Arts, which in my opinion is probably the best Cleveland school.
Plan. And Senate Bill 5 has been discouraging for us too, because we need our collective bargaining rights.